Came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They say no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun.
This morning I'm just going to take the air filter out and give it a little bit of a dust out, because we've covered a lot of K's on dust road, and we'll try to avoid the dust, but it's inevitable that you've got to go through some of it. So just going to drop the air filter out, give it a shake, just have a look and see how much dust is in there. It's the air filter, that's the intake. Actually, that's the intake side, and that goes into the intake of the engine, so it's pretty clean on that side.
The rock star parking everybody wants. Out on the street, 40 feet from the bus stop. Cause every day and every night I'm slamming the bubbly Diet Coke from the store down on the corner block. I don't even notice all these plastic dishes. You know I'm a handle my business. I'm a boss. Baby, I'm a boss, calling all the shots.
First crossing, Palm Creek crossing. As we came out the exit, there was a log, and we slipped on the log, and the back wheel slammed into the side of the rocky wall, and we've scuffed the side of the flare and fractured the fiberglass. Troopy white paint, and there's the offending log right there. That's where we came out, that's where we went up, and I'm sinking and bogged.
Baby, I'm a boss, you know I'm a baller. I keep the mansion running even when the power's not. I make it here with all them pennies and them dimes I got. Cause every day and every night, you know that I'm living large. But I'm on a diet and I'm trying not to eat the carbs. Gonna get a pimped out two-door Honda Civic. You know how I handle my business.
Alrighty, so we are on the Teletrack, the Old Tele Track at Cape York. Bit of a bucket list item when it comes to four-wheel driving. I'm a little bit nervous. This is a decent size hole, and we just managed to tag in behind some
Did you have a radio check? Don't you hear deal?
some people. So
Yeah. There's a big.
and I'll tell you what, we're straight into it. There's some decent holes here. So last night we camped just a little bit after Elliot Falls with our newfound four-wheel driving family. We tagged on to a team of 3 cars to get through the Old Tele Track, and we ended up camping with them last night. Spent all day yesterday with them, and this morning we're just walking down the track. We'll have a look at the water crossing that we did last night just before camp. How you going, Jim?
Good.
How you liking the Old Tele Track?
It's really cool actually. A lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. A lot more interesting than doing the PDR, that's for sure.
Yeah. So this was camp last night, and these are the 3 vehicles that we've tagged along with. One Holden Colorado and a couple of Rangers. Perfect little spot actually to get 4 cars around this little spot, because we got to camp pretty late. It was near on dark by the time we got here. We thought it was going to be a night run, but yeah, I think it was probably around about 6:30 that we got to camp. Had a few beers. Yeah, so good times.
I went to pick my baby. He's too busy to play around. Cruise control around my backyard. I've been lucky to be found. The game is on. Midnight hour. Whiskey sour. Bubbling up. The game is on. Midnight hour. Whiskey sour. Bubbling up. The game is on.
So we just did Mistake Creek, which the creek itself wasn't bad. It was only wheel height, so the water wasn't bad, but the entry into it, oh excuse me, the entry in was gnarly as I thought. It was one of, like, the entry was a really off camber kind of turn round down through the valley, and it wasn't nowhere near as bad as what I was expecting, but yeah, I was feeling a little bit unsettled on the way in. I'm glad that one's behind us now. I'm sure the next one won't be far away. the infamous Nolan's Brook. This is the one that we've been worried about the whole time because it's the deepest and there's a little bit of distance to cover across the water. That's one of the entries.
So one got through, second one drowned, third
We
one
jump in there,
So who's going first?
through there, and across to the other side.
Nice. Go, Troopy, go. Yeah. Woohoo!
Alrighty, so that's Nolan's done, which was the one that I was fearing the most, and it seems like everyone else talks about it the most. Bit of a challenging water crossing because it's so deep. It's probably about 1 metre deep, if not more in some spots. And it's a real soft, sandy base. And every time a car goes through it, chews it up a bit more. There's multiple ways to get through. But yeah, we got through on our own steam. We didn't need to get assisted, so that was real good. I'm real stoked. I think we were down to about 14 psi in the end.
At the front.
Oh yeah, front and rear I think it was.
Oh, okay.
We were low just because the sand was so soft. And front and rear diff lockers, first gear low range, and just crawled it. Yeah.
We may have just gone the wrong way.
So this one we hugged the left-hand bank on.
Yep, roger that. That's it. We've been to the tip of the OTT, the Old Tele Track, Cape York. Woo! Pretty gnarly water crossings that we've done in the last couple of days. A couple of full-on days of just four-wheeling, wheel lifts, water. Woo! Alrighty, so last night after a big day of driving, we got into camp here at the Jardina River barge. Alright, we're on the barge, we're on the move. We just pulled up at Injinu. We just checked the map and we've got about I think it's about a 7k drive to Bamaga now. So we'll head up there. There's a couple of plane wrecks we're going to go and check out. There's a World War II plane wreck and an old DC-3 that we'll check out. So that'll be good. And then from there I think it's about a 25k, somewhere around there, 25-30k drive north to the very most northern tip of Australia. So we are now stood at the most northernmost point of the Australian continent. And what a mission it was to get here as well, via the Old Tele Track. Heading back south from the tip of Cape York and quick swing in the Fruitbat Falls again. We did it on the way up, but it's so nice we're going to drop in there and have a quick swim. So we got some fuel at Bramwell Station and now we're at a place called York Downs Station. There's not a lot here. There's a dam, which is pretty cool. We just had a swim in there. And then tomorrow we head into Weipa. We're going to check out the town. We got to get some food, some supplies. So we'll spend the day there tomorrow before we start heading south towards Cooktown and off of the Cape York Peninsula. So we're not out of the dusty dirt roads yet. I think we've got a few hundred k's to go south yet. And yeah, it's pretty dusty, so the car is desperate for a clean. But it's been an epic trip up to Cape York and the Old Tele Track. Absolutely epic. Big tick in that box. I'm stoked. Good on you.
The streets feel alive. We mix with life. Goes down, blown down, and life shines back. Go past such a blast on a train, on a boat, on a plane. So good to feel the rush again. And it's never coming down. We're invincible.
Let's go frog hunting. This morning we left York Downs Station camp and went into Weipa this morning. Went and got a few supplies, fueled up. But we left Weipa a few hours ago and headed for camp, which tonight is on the Archer River. So we're just gonna chill out here, get a fire going and have a nice relaxing evening. Enjoy the river, enjoy the sunset and a couple of beers and relax for this evening and see what happens tomorrow.